Okay, Mr. Darrow, you're getting your gas out. You're a lot happier. Because a second ago you were screaming. So what are we doing right here?
Okay, so this is whenever your baby is really gassy and whatever massage techniques you may have previously been doing aren't working. So you want to start on the, so this is the colon, loops around in a upside down horseshoe right here. So this is your ascending colon, your transverse colon, and your descending colon. You want to start on your descending colon just because if anything's locked up and uncomfortable for them, it's usually over here. So with your thumb, or you can do 2 fingers, either way, whatever is more comfortable for you, you just want to push down and you're going to go right past the pubic bone. You'll feel their bone right here, and you're going to do this 7 times. Applying light but a decent amount of pressure. So if there is gas in there, you will physically feel it. It feels like air, little air bubbles. So I think I might have just done that 8 times. And then I will go to the ascending colon. And you'll do that one 7 times. And it's just right to the other side of the belly button. Wait.
So now which side are you doing?
Did I do this one already?
You were going up.
Okay, so you do this 7 times.
Which is which part?
This is the ascending colon.
I'm just surprised he never cries.
So sometimes he does. It kind of depends if, like I just felt a gas bubble right there. If I have done this 1 to 2 times all the way through and he's still crying, I usually will stop. But I think at this point now, at least for him, he knows that you go 7 times over the transverse. I think he knows what's up.
So now which way you're doing it?
This is the transverse colon.
And how many times?
7 times. So each time you do it, you just want to do it 7 times. And after you kind of unlock, that's 5, the initial with the descending colon, it doesn't really matter kind of where you go from there, so long as you're going in, facing them a clockwise circle, because that's the way the colon works. So I will keep doing this until I feel no more gas bubbles in there. So a lot of times if you're over here, you'll feel them. And then when you get to here, you'll feel them. You might not feel them the first time you do it, but you just want to keep going until you feel like you've pushed them out. I would say 90% of the time that I do this, he physically passes gas while we're here.
So can you do a recap of what are you using?
Okay, so this is coconut oil. This is actually what you want to start with. I'd already done this when we started videotaping. So first thing you want to do is get a decent amount on your hands. I always rub my hands together to warm it up and to melt it. Just for maybe 10 seconds or so. And then what you want to do is you want to place it just on their belly so that you don't overstimulate them for maybe 5 to 10 seconds. And then once they've kind of desensitized to that, you'll kind of rub it in. And then you also have it rubbed in on, or you have some on these fingers in case you want to maneuver this way, and you have it on these fingers. And then I will just keep applying if I feel like it's getting dry, but this helps glide.
So what's the total routine for recap?
The total routine for recap is you want to apply coconut oil, then you want to start with the descending colon, and you want to massage it 7 times down.
Going down.
Then you'll go over to the ascending colon 7 times up, the transverse colon 7 times over, and then you just want to keep in a clockwise motion until you don't feel any more gas bubbles in there.
And this is helping him relieve gas.
Yeah, so if your baby's fussy, you think they're colicky, crying.
Crying, and we didn't know why. So we did this. Right?
Correct.
And right now he's happy. So what's the technique called?
I don't know. I don't know.
You don't know the technique's called? Did you learn this somewhere?
Yeah, so whenever, right after he had his lip and tongue tie done, it was recommended that I have somebody come over and do body work on him, which is either some craniosacral therapy or some massage. They're trained to know the baby's muscles. And so she came over and did some stuff on him, and then I told her about some technique I was using before that wasn't really working, and she showed me how to do it. Gesundheit.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Thanks for
Bless you.
starring in our movie, Daro. Say bye to the audience. Or hi. Or bye.
Au revoir, Shoshana. What movie is that from?